Hopefully everybody's having a lovely Friday, Saturday. Either or. I'm not going to judge you on what day you're on. Welcome to the stream. As usual, mic test. Make sure you guys give me a shout depending on how the microphone is performing. And prepare yourself for the fun. Just checking my okay, good. And there was an error, it said. Hopefully you guys got all that info. My head's kind of cut off. Whatever. Doesn't really matter, does it? What am I running at? DBs. Testing. Could be a little louder, maybe. Is it? Or is I'm just loud, maybe. It could also just be that I'm loud. Look at all the green names. I've missed the green names, honestly. This is great. The last stream, there was like hardly anybody. Though, of course, maybe I did a little membership giveaway. That's probably what happened. Anyways, today we are going to be working on two pieces of two carvings. I don't know why I'm talking to the microphone as if this is the camera. Two carvings that I need to get done for this gauntlet pattern that I've been working on. Yeah, turn up the mic just a little bit. I think so. I think I'm being very loud, and that's making sure it's very loud. I'm going to turn up the mic. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways. Hello to everybody. Hello to Amanda and Teresa and Trust and Chris and eccentric yet insane Jason, Omar. Hey Chris, how you doing? If I missed anybody, I apologize. So before we dive into some leather carving, look at this camera angle. It's pretty good, I think. It's even got the camera in the camera angle. It's pretty cool. I'm going to show you guys my gauntlet pattern where it's at. I want to get it out before the end of February. So I'm going to, I've got to carve the pieces today. And then I got to let them dry overnight so when I wax them, they don't explode. Explode might be an exaggeration, but I want to give them 24 hours to dry. So I've got a couple pieces to carve. I've already carved two of them. I just got to carve two more. So there's that, and then I got to waterform the thumb, I think. I'm going to waterform the thumb a bit. Anyways, I'm gonna grab the bits so you guys can have a look before I start carving. Give you a little sneak preview of the full gauntlet pattern. Oh, just scraped my leg. Woo-hoo. See if I can get it without knocking anything over. Here we go. Do a little camera switch. Don't mind if I do. And then a little uppity up. All right. So it's a big stack of stuff. This is what I am doing. So these are going to carve these pieces. Little extra wrist stuff for anybody that knows gauntlets. That's a demi-gauntlet looking kind of thing. And then off the front, we've got a 3-piece curve that goes over here and can be shifted depending a little bit on your hand size. So another piece we're going to carve on top. And then we've got this piece. And then we've got this piece. So these stitch together, which gives it a clamshell curve, protects your fingers, etc. And we've got this thumb. I do need to waterform it. This needs to flare out, and I'm thinking of dishing this out a little bit, so it's just a little more round, you know. So there's that. Anyways, that's the gauntlet pattern. I'm going to read some messages here, and then I'm going to start carving stuff. Because why not? That stuff out of the way. What do we got in here? 32 concurrent viewers. Reading. No, let's go back to my face. Look at me. Dark Horse Workshop, you'll need to jam it because Tuesday is the end of the month and I'll need to buy this pattern. It's true, it is the end of the month. The pattern itself, I think, is good. So, and it's all prepped. I just need to have a photo of it. The video doesn't need to be edited, but I need a photo of it and everything complete and just like a final, make sure everything works for my hands, and then I can release it. Hopefully I'll be able to edit out a video by like around Tuesday, but the pattern will be out already. So there's that. The wood-burning warrior is cooking Alfredo chicken. Very nice. Sounds better than my hamburger helper the other day. Great news here at the shop. There's somebody moving in next door. Not somebody. There's a woodworker moving in next door to me. There's already 2 woodworking shops down the hall. Gonna get very noisy. Not sure what I'm gonna do about it. I might switch microphones and start using a Shure SM7B. But I'm not sure. I do have a Shure at home, so I could bring it in and test it. And they're really good at not picking up a bunch of garbage. But you kind of have to be making out with your microphone to talk into it. So it'll be like right on my fucking lips almost. We'll see. I don't know. Eccentric says, do you like Kerbal Space Program? Kerbal Space Program 2 just came out in early access. I think I might buy it next month. I really enjoyed Kerbal Space Program and then got really frustrated with it. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Make sure you guys take a quick moment to like the stream, because that helps me out. That's like the free thing you can do to help me out is just click the like button a little bit. Then I'll be going out to the wood shop with my husband to work on stuff. What are you working on, Wood Burning Warrior? What are you working on? All right. I do feel like my head's cut off a little bit, but I don't care. All right. I'm going to, well, really, I gotta, to start the process, I got to wet the damn leather and let it dry a bit. So, pulling this out of here. I might as well show the, even if, I don't even know if the camera's point. There. Boink. We're just going to wet this. We're going to wet both pieces, actually, because I'd like to start getting some moisture content into the other one, even though it's going to dry a lot. Alright, so pretty straightforward. 2 wet pieces of leather. We're gonna let those, I don't want to see them this color. I want them to be almost the same color as they were before I wet them. So I'm gonna let them sit for a bit and we're gonna chat. Hang out, if you will, on the great stream. The great Friday stream. Making a wood sign for a customer, and my husband is wood cutting a table leg. Very cool. Wood turning. Wood cutting. So, here's a piece of wood. Cha-chunk. There. All done. Husband's done. Wood turning a table leg. Very cool. Very cool. Obviously, I'm going to do my spiel. If you guys like live streams and like hanging out with people that make stuff and don't just, I don't know, play video games, though I do like playing video games. If you want to hang out on the stream, your support helps. It's $1.99, or you can give away memberships if you're worried you don't want to do a membership. Maybe you just give memberships to people, or you do like a super chat or a super sticker, all that jazz down in the below box area. And it helps us support the stream, because without it, I could be doing other stuff, honestly, because this is my Friday. I should be building stuff. But today, even though it's taking me a little longer to do the carving that I need to do, at least I'm prepped. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to get some work done. It's just going to be a little slower than if I wasn't on the stream, because I like talking to you guys. Eccentric says, I'm still saving up to buy a house so I can have a workshop. It's going to be about 5 years. Yeah, it takes a while. I would love to get a house with a workshop. That would be awesome. Then I could not worry about the sound from next door. But it is 3 o'clock. The doors shut here at 3. Sometimes the woodworking people are gone by now. We'll see what the schedule is like on the people moving in. We'll see. Woodworking Warrior says, I just dived into leatherworking only probably about 2 weeks ago. Hey, that's awesome. Love to hear it. It's a lot of fun. Look at us. We're up to 39 viewers. 39. How many of you are members? Come on. Let's go. Buck 99 as I pimp myself out. So yeah, we're still waiting for this to dry. In the meantime, you get to talk to me, which is, I know, it's amazing. I could put this in front of a fan, I guess. Centric says, I would basically have a workshop with a bed in the corner. I don't need anything else but to be able to create maybe a kettle. Kettle be good, yeah. I could put a bed in the corner of the shop, but the wife probably doesn't want me to sleep here. And actually, I don't think we're allowed to sleep here. I think that's a rule. We're not allowed to sleep here. Not that people haven't broken rules before. All right, let me just switch over to boop, boop, boop. So this is still way too dry. Way too wet, I mean. You can see how it's drying out here a little bit. That's kind of what I want to see with the rest of it. I want it to get pretty dry. At least until before I cut it. I could trace it now. So we're gonna just go ahead and trace it. We're gonna trace the easy one of the two. And just see how it turns out. Because it's really not doing much. As long as it imprints fine, then it shouldn't be a big worry. You know? Ah, thanks, Robert. I appreciate you. Much love, thank you. Gauntlet asks, how long down your arm will the Gauntlet go? Gauntlet doesn't go very far. Just covers a little bit of your wrist so it can roll around. Then you need a van brace if you're gonna, do that kind of stuff, and an elbow, van brace, Gauntlet, full gauntlet, or mitten, or whatever, spalder. We're getting a little off track. Just bring them woodworkers a 6-pack before you start streaming. They might go into an early weekend. Ooh, that's pretty smart. I like that. Go home, everybody. Here's 6 beers for each of you. So yeah, it's getting a little. The color is getting a little better for me. But generally, if I take my hand, if it feels like it's a wet piece of leather, then I don't really want to carve it. Is my general way of thinking. I'd rather have it too dry than too wet. But we're gonna trace it anyways. We'll need to trace it. Let's see. Wookbine says, can you get some tips on getting consistent and smooth lines with a beveler? Right moisture content is key, and getting your overlaying your tapping in a very nice even fashion. It's all it is. If it's too wet, it's really hard to control how crazy it can get. But I'll go into it a little bit more later. Another thing you can do is use your beveler itself after you've beveled to smooth out your bevel a bit, especially if it's too wet. That'll work really well. And if you're beveling, let's just make sure we're talking about the same thing. Smooth lines with the bevel. Yeah, we're talking about the same thing. Oftentimes in your bevel, you'll have it's beveled down, and then you'll have this edge, and it'll be a very sharp change. You almost see a line right on the very edge, and part of that smoothing down this is you can come up and kind of smooth that down a little bit as well, which will round it and makes it look nice. All right, let's see. I'm working with the shop lights off and just my new lights on, which is interesting. So we'll see how that goes. See if I can make a mess of this really nicely in the darkness. It's not that dark. I'm being a bit of a baby to make sure I'm not in a bad spot. Yeah. The words Dark Horse Workshop shouldn't be on this. I got to change that in the pattern. They just get in the way. If people want to steal art, they find a way. I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, the lighting needs to be a little better, but that's okay. For now. I wonder if I can pump this up at least. Let's just do a little doot doot. A little bit better. For you guys, maybe not for me, right? I'm not going to trace those inner lines on. Doesn't make any sense to. I can just cut them on. Once you start though, you kind of got to finish because you want to keep your design in the exact spot. Occasionally it bunches, so I lift my stylus just to make sure it doesn't get all weird. And if it is a mess underneath, it's not that big a deal. Your knife will fix that a lot. So, you know, just get the general idea down. I'm not too worried about it. I'm expecting to look up and have my head in the way. You know, honestly, one of these lights I have is in a terrible spot. I'll move it after I finish this. It's kind of back into the side. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Miss anything? Well, we'll find out in a second. Oh, no, I didn't. All right. Can I get in anymore? That's about it. It's amazing. We're done. That's the end of the stream, everybody. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this light. Now this needs to dry. It definitely needs to drive it. But I'm gonna move the light. That makes no sense. The hell? That got super bright all of a sudden. 1 second. All right, I'm gonna check the chat. Checking the chat. I'm gonna do a vendor event at a pirate show. I'm trying to figure out what to make that's simple. Eye patches? Eye patches, there you go. What about this is not simple probably. What about like a peg leg that you can bend your leg and strap it to your knee and hobble around with your leg tied up? That's probably ridiculous. Those are my 2 ideas. Anybody else have any ideas? Evening, Somerset. How you doing? Magnus, can you show us your minis? Sure, I can do that a little later, probably. Just remind me. I do want to paint some more, but I also want this channel not to disintegrate because I'm painting figures on it all the time. I could start another channel, I guess, and just call it Dark Horse Hobbies. And then I can just do everything all my other stuff and not worry about it. That's probably a smart idea. Why don't I do that? I can just put I could say, hey everybody, if you're interested in video games, role-playing, Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer, whatever, go check out Dark Horse Hobbies. Yeah. Because the way YouTube works is, if you're new to the knowledge of the YouTube takes your video, then it shows it to only a certain number of your subscribers. If you have your notifications on and then it's checked to all, you'll get it. I'm pretty sure. A lot of people don't have their notification setting set to all. So when you go in your notifications and you check it out, there's all, and then there's, I can't remember if it's called curated or like YouTube decides for you which notifications you get. So make sure you have it on all if you care. So anyways, it shows it to a certain number of subscribers, and and depending on how many of them watch it, then it'll show it to more. And then it grows and grows and grows like that. So me doing miniature videos on this channel, it might not be the best plan because it's a Leathercraft channel, and though there is some crossover, it's just going to show it to everybody, and then hopefully people watch it. And if they don't, they won't show it to anybody else. Anyways, that's my ramble. Rambling. Morning there, Tamag Rabbit? Rabiet? I'm probably close, obviously. Right, personalized, that's the one. Personalized being they decide. It's so weird. I don't know why that's a setting. That's so dumb. It should just be all or nothing. That's what I like. I like notifications on some, and I don't like them on others. Looking at the sidebar where your subs are, there's usually a blue dot for new content. Huh? I didn't even know that. Well, this is going to still take a little bit to... Oh man, this one's dried really fast. This one is still kind of soggy. So, getting close though. Getting close enough that I will polish my knife. I don't call it sharpening anymore because people lose their shit. Just polishing it. Just polishing it up, removing any little guck, you know? And then I'm going to probably have to move this camera to that side because this will just be in the way. Oh well. Is that going to be a hassle? No, it'll be fine. Look on your home. What are your thoughts on casing leather? Wookbines asks what my thoughts are on casing leather. I've never really done it. Like I'll do it occasionally if I've got a big project, but I don't know. I've never had a problem with carving. It always seems to go fine. Maybe I'm missing something on the whole casing part, but like you can put it in a paper bag, you can put it in a plastic bag, you can put it in a Ziploc bag, you can take a piece of tracing film. If you have a big piece of tracing film, you can just slap it over it to try and reduce it from evaporating. There must be something to it. So if you're trying to carve leather and you haven't looked into it, go look up casing, because I haven't done any topics. Maybe I should do something on it and do like a comparison, because it always works for me, like without casing it. But if there was a big piece, I might want to put it in a Ziploc, then work on it the next day. Did anyone have experience with Japanese agent finish and antique finish from Craft Sha Company? agent finish. Was that an edge that turned to agent, or is that a? I don't know what that is. Lisa says that they put it in the fridge in a Ziploc bag, and does that make that big of a difference for you, Lisa? What is the change, or is that just something you're doing if you're working on a project and you want to leave it for a while? Because the two things I've heard is like you obviously you don't want your leather to repeatedly dry out, but I finish almost all my carvings in one sitting. And then I've heard that casing it just makes it easier to cut and stamp. Message retracted. Why? Why, Lisa? All right, this is dry enough. I'm gonna move this camera. In theory, it's like this is where I'm like, oh, I need another camera. I don't need another camera. I just need to take a second and move it. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Over here. Let's go. Think thin, think thin. All right. Move some cables. Hopefully don't unplug anything. Oh yeah. Let's get right on there. And I'm going to turn this light up. A little bit. Ugh. Yes. Seems to make it stay firm and wet longer, Lisa says. There you go. With Burning Warrior, I spray it, then wait maybe 5 minutes, and it's good to go. What am I doing? Boom. Here's our piece. Might as well have me up here in the picture. I don't know if this is the best lens for this, but whatever, we're just gonna go with it. How's that shadow? 1 second. I'm back. Hello, Rob. How are you doing? All right. Not a huge fan of the shadow here. Is it all from this thing? Sorry, fixing stuff again. Let's just turn that. Let's pop this up. Look at that. I made it work. I got rid of the shadow. I'm a lighting tech at heart. Kinda got rid of the shadow. Now I just gotta make sure it's focused. Whatever. Anyways. Pretty straightforward process. Hello from Kingman, Arizona. Hey Judith, how you doing? Look at us, we're up to 46 concurrent viewers, all watching me carve a serpent. Glorious Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Well, center of the screen. Center of the block, I should say. Oh, YouTube is telling me that now, right now, would be a great time to insert ads. Well, I'm not going to do that, but I'm just telling you, YouTube was asking me to insert ads. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess of this, because that would suck. This leather is... This is about an 8, I think, honestly. Yeah, it's probably 8 ounces. Tamag is saying, so you need to dry up the leather before carving. So, I put a lot of water into it because I want to have it wet in the core of this piece. I want it, like, deep down, I want it wet throughout. And then I want it to dry enough that I'm not smushing it, but instead stamping it. So if you put on less water, it'll dry faster, but maybe your core is not as wet. If you put on too much water, you're sitting around waiting for it to dry a lot, which is honestly, I do that a lot. I do sit around waiting for it to dry a lot. There's lots of different people with different preferences, I guess. Is the easiest way to say. I wonder, is this 8? Yeah, this is 8. Oops, I'm off the screen again. I got a wonky shoulder, so if I'm not careful, it'll pop as I carve and screw my lines up. It's super fun. Now I'm thinking that other light is in the wrong spot too, but it's better than it was. Well, I hear the printers upstairs starting up, which is always fun. I'm surrounded by noise. It's brutal. But totally expected, since this is the industrial part of the art studio, really. Lots of woodworkers. And, well, upstairs is the print shop, but whatever. Lots of woodworkers downstairs. And I'm right at the loading bay, which is both what's the words I'm looking for? Is both a bad thing and a good thing. That's not what I wanted to say, but that's that general gist of it. Close that. Lisa, this is part of a gauntlet. There's a piece on the gauntlet that goes in the back of your hand. That's a terrible image that I just showed you. Anyways, that's better. And this is like an upper layer to add a little thickness and artwork. This granite slab is mainly for when I stamp it, but it's just a nice smooth surface to operate on. And when you're stamping, going back to somebody was asking me about making sure how to get a nice bevel on your piece. The more solid your table is, better chance your bevel is going to be nice. There's less vibration in it. So if you're carving at home, granite slab is like is a must. You gotta, but in theory you could do it without a granite slab, but get to a table leg, right? So I'm still here. So just try and find a table leg and put all your stuff over the leg. So usually that's on the corner of a table. Don't do it right in the middle of the table where it's going to bounce all over the place. Right. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what this little different view. Little different view. Look at that, looking lovely. It's marvelous. Getting into these tight little spots. Actually, it's probably lots of turning. Can you even see what I'm doing? No. I'll switch back to the other camera. Little turnings. Anyways, back to the camera. I'm looking up what a gauntlet is. It's a glove. It's an armored glove. Now we are going to start putting this kind of stuff on here, the second line, right? Just because it looks a little better. This is a very simple serpent with not a ton of stuff, and that just adding the little double line throughout everything, almost everything. Like when we get down to this thin tail part, when we get down to the thin tail part, we can't really double line that or it'll look ridiculous. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just reading a little bit. And you can also put, like, underneath my, I also have this, like, poundo board, which kind of, like, sucks some of the vibration out as well. This is quite handy as well, actually. It's just a rubber mat that kind of, like, helps deaden things. All right, we're getting into like these tight little corners here, and then we got to bevel this whole thing. Which, as much as beveling takes quite a bit of time, but beveling this piece is going to be a lot easier than beveling the other piece. The other piece has got a lot of stuff going on. This one is what I'm talking about. That's a lot of beveling. But I have nobody to blame but myself. Right? I drew it. It's my own fault. This is getting a little tight in here. Ooh, that was a little shoulder pop right there. Nice stuff. Yuck. Alright. So we still got to do our double lines, right? So I'm gonna cut all these other lines. But first I'm gonna do a little bit of reading. There's not a lot of reading to do. You guys are just hanging out, chilling. All right, back to the thing. This says, welcome to the club, Magnus. My shoulder is always popping, but now the muscle tension has traveled down my arm and it's hard to function. Well, that's awful. Yeah, I had surgery on my right shoulder. So when I do my medieval stick fighting stuff, I fight left-handed now, which is super fun. There's the print shop. All right, what am I doing? Oh yeah, right here. Can you get custom prints from that shop, and do they have a website? I have a custom print on my door from them, but it's like it's a vinyl thing. Big vinyl thing. You're better off finding somebody near you, I would think. I have my logo on the door. And I also have my buddy's logo who used to be in the shop with me. So on the door is a portcullis and a dark horse head. Getting there. Very close to at least being able to bevel it finally. Remember, that is where all the magic happens. Really. It's all well and good to cut a bunch of lines in it, but the beveling is the... I don't know what the fancy word would be, but is the thing. The beveling's the thing. Oh, this is a little too tight in here, but whatever. Hopefully it doesn't look too crazy. People will have to zoom in with and stare at it. I've been talking with Levi. Exciting stuff is happening with him. Good. Good. Levi is my brother from a different mother. That's not to say we have the same father. That's just a random term. I'm trying to squeeze this line in here. It's kind of rough. Nobody judge me. If you can even see me do it, I don't know. Whew. Yeah. All right, and then this narrow tail part, I'm just gonna taper it in, like this. Did you even see that? Yes. So I've tapered it in, and then I'm just going to draw a straight line, one single line all the way down to the end. Why? Because that's how I'm doing it. That's a me decision. Hopefully it's not too wonky. Right. What do we got? Do a little... So there's our line work. Doesn't look awful. It's a little sketchy over here, but I'll live, right? Oh, my feet. I just got a new set of contacts, and I can see clearly now. Oh, that's good news. Good news for sure. How hard is it to come up with your patterns? Derek asks. Depends on the pattern, right? Like, I'm doing this Gauntlet pattern. I've been working on it for a couple weeks, maybe a little longer. And the Gauntlet pattern has to be really detailed, on point, because it's for protecting somebody's hands when they're stick fighting. You can't fuck that up. That's not... There's no option for fucking that up. So with that pattern, I have been very painstakingly going over it and fiddling and going over it. But if you said, "Hey, can you make me a pouch pattern?" I can make it in 10 minutes, quickly, like a quick little pouch pattern, and then draw some art worth it. Maybe take an hour to draw some art. Done. Be, not that hard. So it really depends on what you're working on. Gray Viking says, glassing uses a rounded-ended piece of safety glass that is about 4 inches wide by 6 inches, and you rub it on the surface of the leather back and forth. Think burnishing the surface. I missed something else. I'm moving up. I'm scrolling up. Gray was talking about stuff. Glassing your leather also helps compress the top layer. I think that might have just been in the opening comment. I've never glassed my leather. Sounds interesting. What is a good way to harden leather without using hot wax? More for cosplay rather than combat. Hot water or baking or a combination. You could. So here's the thing. Your heat will harden the leather. Too much heat will make it brittle. So water, usually hot water, and then either baking it or letting it dry, depending on how much hot water is in it. Putting it in front of heaters and keeping an eye on it, putting it in the oven and hoping your significant other doesn't kill you. All that stuff will work, and you can take it from very soft to snapping in two, cookie-like, if you're not careful. So you got to carefully keep an eye on it and move it up. Like if you wanted to just test it in an oven, 180 degrees, and just keep an eye on it. Maybe spray it every once in a while. That would be my 2 cents on that. All right. So we've done this. We need to bevel it. It means I need to move the camera back. Camera. Let's just look at this. Here, look at this while I move the camera back. Ooh, it's amazing. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. All right. Back. I'm back. And now that my shadows might be, yeah, now I need to change the lights again. When I make armor, I use wax. I use wax because I don't have to babysit it. Wax, if you're thinking about historical leather armor, nobody's waxing armor. Nobody's waxing armor. You might, maybe at most you would be applying like a thin coat of wax as like a weather-proofing, moisture-resistant kind of thing. Maybe, but why not just use oil? I don't know. Like for instance, when I'm sitting here punching holes and my punches aren't going through my leather, I push my punches into wax. So you probably don't want to wear waxed armor if you're in the medieval times. So in a perfect world, I would probably have discovered an amazing water hardening technique and like carefully water harden everything. But the amount of time it takes and babysitting it takes to do that kind of stuff, I just don't have time for it. Like, you gotta babysit it. Really. I'm sure there's some people that have got it down though, but like waxing, I'm like 3 minutes. I put it in my wax, 3 minutes, pull it out of my wax. I don't have to think about it. As long as it's not wet. One sec, I'm gonna turn this other light. Wouldn't that just be oil? Are you talking about when I was speaking about waxing? I don't know what that means. Where do you get your peening rivets? I'm looking for steel or a silvery color. My peening rivets I get from rivetsonline.com. The wife wants to shoot people with arrows. Hey, there you go. Sounds good. One sec. Turning this light. And then moving this light. Let's see how this looks. Not bad. All right. Squeeze in here without knocking my camera all over the place. So now is another point where I'll like fiddle with this and see if I think it needs more moisture. I might need more moisture soon, but right now it doesn't. I don't think it does. It feels pretty good. What sacrifice do I need to make to get beard? This is just time. Just time. Where's my bevel? Oh, when you're talking about waxing versus oil for weatherproofing. See, I'm just talking out of my ass. I'm just saying that if historically speaking, the only reason you would put wax on armor, if they did it at all, is for weatherproofing. That's it. And again, why not just use oil? Exactly. So, you got me. Why not just use oil? 100% correct. This needs to be brighter though. Let's bring this up a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Nice. I tried, Tom. I'm closer to 30 than 20. Have you really? Have you really just grown it out? Hope for the best. How's this shadows here? Gonna change one thing. Or two things. This light has got a weird angle. This light being weird as well. Hopefully I don't knock it over. Better, I think. I think better. As long as you guys can see it, I don't care, right? Man, that is still pretty dark. Sorry guys, one sec. Oh, that's some serious light, but from the wrong side. Back we are, as everybody leaves because I'm fucking around. All right. Quick read and then on to beveling. It is a smooth beveler. It is. How's my I don't know if it's. Whoop. Can you even see that? It's very smooth. Very, very smooth. Eccentric says, I tried. I look homeless with a full beard. I can only grow like a conquistador goatee and mustache, and almost 100% Scandinavian. Have you tried just growing an epic mustache? Epic mustache. Huge, amazing mustache. When did I first start growing a beard? I don't even know. Anyways. Bevel time. Yeah, that's not bad, the light. Beveled. Moving on. Oh, right, I gotta do my spiel. Again, if you're not a member of this channel, it's $1.99 to become a member. What do you get from that? You get emojis that you can use in chat. Nobody's using them, but whatever, they're pretty awesome. You get a green name. I don't see very many green names speaking lately. That would be really cool if some of you joined the green name world. You also get access to the Discord channel. What's the Discord channel? Oh, look at that. That timing. I feel like that timing is ridiculous. Like, I hadn't even got my spiel out, and you're already... I'm not sure. Was that post-spiel or mid-spiel? Thank you. Appreciate it. Much love. So you get access to the Discord channel where you can talk to various people from both my Patreon and YouTube, ask me questions a lot easier, go over video ideas and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the Discord. The great Discord. Look at that. We got the new one of us, Giuseppe 66. And Tufts in with a, I have a reindeer pelt I got a while back. Do you think you could put something like that on the inside of these or not enough? On the inside of what? Oh, another supporter. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Did I miss your question, Tufts? I'm gonna scroll back here real quick. One of us indeed. Tufts. I have a reindeer pelt I got a while back. Do you think you could put something like that on the inside of these? Or not enough room? On the inside of what? What the fuck did I miss there? Yeah, it seemed pretty quick, Giuseppe. I was like, what the hell? Oh, the gauntlets. So, reindeer, I've owned one reindeer pelt. I would not... It shed everywhere. I didn't take very good care of it, mind you. But that thing shed like crazy. Supposedly oiling the back can help cut down on shedding. But I would offer no useful information for a reindeer pelt. Like, it was sad. I really liked that thing. I think I threw it out. It was destructive as all hell. Disintegrating before me. All right, let's get back to some bevels here. And thank you, obviously, to Samuel as well, as I was rambling. And obviously, thanks to you, Tufts, for the tip. I appreciate it. Much love. You make oil it. See? You're smart. You know what you're doing. But I would still be worried about that. If you put your hand on the reindeer, are you like, I love this inside some gauntlets? That would be my, like, go feel the reindeer and be like, yes, that's exactly what I want inside my sweaty, gauntleted hands. That's where I would make my decision, just on feel. Looks marvelous. It's hard to see, like, on a stream, like, to get the idea of the depth, but you can see the little edge there, right? It's looking good. Sheep. There you go. I like the sheep. I like the sheep plan. 100% on board with that without even thinking about it. Sheep. Sheep's great. I do wish still, it's been a year now or so, that YouTube had more of a community feel like Twitch does, you know? Like, I'd love to raid somebody when we're done here, or like do that kind of stuff, but no, nothing. Is it just me or is my bot not in here? I should fix that. I don't know why it's not in here. I don't know, I bought it on a splurge and I don't know what to use it on. I would use it if it was me. I would have an epic chair, like a throne, super epic seat with skulls of my enemies, some weapons, a shield, and my reindeer fur. That's what I would do. That would be a great little corner of my studio to do like a little chat, just like a sit down talk. I don't know if it would be a podcast or what, but that would be pretty funny. The podcast where you have to dress as a Viking and talk about modern day stuff. It could be kind of funny. All right, what am I doing? Oh yeah, beveling. Beveling. Hopefully you guys are as excited about beveling as I am. Whoop. Another thing I don't do. That lots of people do is they use rubber cement and they'll rubber cement the back, not contact cement. Let me get my, not contact cement, rubber cement, and they will glue it down. So it's temporary glue, temporary, because when you're beveling it, everything pushes out and it starts to curve out from your punches. So, like I'm showing this. I've got these holes here. If there is enough backgrounding, I'm not going like background crazy, but if for your future reference, big pro tip here. A lot of people will background this whole area, which is something I've done in the past. All this backgrounded out, so it's all stamped down, and that leather has to go somewhere, so it's going down and out, everywhere. So I've got these pre-punched holes that line up with the holes on the other side of my piece, and if I'm doing that much stamping, it kind of pushes everything out and curves everything and could misalign the holes and can get a little finicky. So think about that when you're doing your projects, and that is part of the reason why people will rubber cement it down, to stop it from pushing out too much. Like, it's still got to go somewhere, but at least it won't super warp. Anyways, there you go. And yes, I love beveling too. Trust, I'll mix it up. I'll use the texture one occasionally as well, for sure. Let's do that. I do have a few backgrounders I like to use and some textured bevelers. What the hell? Oh, I was over here. I kind of got lost. But in talking about that, like when I was going on about the warping, just be aware of it. I've never rubber cemented anything down, ever. And I have had issues before, but I make it work. So I do have this little tiny beveler as well that I use, and it's sharper. Maybe it's just sharper because it's so tiny, so it seems sharper. And I'll get down into the corners with it, like around here, to just crisp up my corners, because they kind of blend together a little oddly sometimes. So I'll get in there and I'll just kind of help them pop a bit. And just give it that much more depth, right? Let's see if I can get this just focus a little bit for you guys for a second here. Let's see. Where is the... There we go. So here, on this side, right here, I'm just like, I just smoked it a bit more. That's got some good depth though, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's looking great. Change this camera back. Blink, blink. Where's center now? Everything's moved. Did I move everything? Center. Let's just move this camera a little bit. There we go. All right, back to reading for a moment. What about blue taping the back? Yeah, Michael, I've heard of that as well. That's I haven't done it myself, but you jogged my memory on that. I have heard about that. Feel free to look into that option as a better, I don't know, better, but different way of doing it. See, eccentrics is the same thing. Just reading. Interesting, you can see the leather was a little too wet with the zoomies when you cut it. Zoomies. I don't know what you're, I'm not sure what you mean by zoomies. My arm like right in here now? A little bit. Move this again. Just get a little better angle. See? Everybody's got the good tape idea. There you go. Was my arm in the way the whole time? Oh well. Oh well. I need a earbud that has text to voice. It's all good there, eccentric. Man, I don't like my position of my hand, honestly. I'm making another little change to this camera. Putting it up on its two legs, which sounds crazy, but it'll work. And then just kind of readjusting to get my arm out of it. Because my arm is having a bit of a running interference. Is that going to fall over? No, I don't think so. If it is, you guys will be the first to know, because I won't even see it fall over. I'll just be freaking out about it after it crashes. Whoop. All right, where's the center? Where's the center? Here's the center. So it needs to be this way. Here. Trying to figure out where your camera is hilarious sometimes. This way, down. There's center. Boom. Back to reading. Now that I've moved it, now that my arm just comes in again, doesn't it? That's funny. You know, some days you're just like, why can't anything be easy? I'm just gonna turn my body. Where's it going? Right over here. Oh, wrong bevel. Oh, that's an an interesting angle. Ugh. Oh, I can't win, man. I can't win. There's center. Okay. There's center. Did that work? Kinda. I'm gonna try that tape plan, I think. Just because I've never done it, but I remember hearing about it, and you guys have now, I'll jog my memory. Get my sharp little corner bit. You know, like, this is lying to me. This is not center. Whoop. There, a little better. A little more in focus. Do a little reading. I think your camera needs to get tightened or it will fall. It'll be all right. Maybe zoom out a bit. The majority of us just come here for the majestic beard and great personality anyways. That's true. I could just zoom out a bit. Well, let's just see how it looks. I'm going to zoom out a bit. This is a crazy lens, though. That's one of the issues, is the lens itself is, like, ridiculous. And also, you know, like, I guess once you've seen a little bit of the beveling, it's not like you need to see 1,000 hours of beveling. Right? Right. Of course. It is still pretty dark. Whatever. I'll figure out my lighting eventually. I'm not a lighting guy. I've got too many fucking lights. That's probably the problem. Come on. Come on. There you go. Oh, thanks, Tufts. Look at this. What a great stream. Last stream I was like begging. I'm like, please, somebody do a membership. I think I bought 5 memberships last time. Much appreciated. Thanks a bunch, Tufts. It's streams like this one that will make me stream again next Friday. You know, like, sometimes it's hard to get up for them after like a stream where it's like, nobody cared. But it's a good one. I think I just have to stay on topic, you know, a little bit. A little bit on topic. Nothing crazy. And I especially love streams where I learn stuff. The tape thing. I'm in for the tape. I have returned to my green state. Nice. That's funny. in theory, Patreon and YouTube are supposed to be removing people from the Discord if they aren't aren't Patreon members or aren't YouTube members. But it's not doing that so far. And someday it may fix itself and start doing that. So if you're interested in the Discord, just make sure you hop on it right away. I'm not fucking gonna police it. That's just way too much work. So someday you may, if you're not a member, you may get removed from the Discord. But who knows? You may be not a member and you'll still be on the Discord. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know if that made any sense. I was rambling a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's get a little bit right over here. A little bit. Let's do this, actually. Now that we're talking about tape, I'm like, this thing's all bending all over. B flat. B flat, you think. So that's 7 members? My goodness. I do want to do like a stream that's pretty long where I just build something from a movie or television show, or at least start it. I talked about this before. I just need to I need to plan better. At least, yeah, as I was saying, like the carving I need to do, so that's good. I still want to do some Witcher stuff. That's what I want to do. Some Witcher stuff. You can overfold and it will bounce back to flat. Yeah, it's gotten a little flatter. My little tiny bit. Is this a one second. I think then I don't know if that made any difference, but whatever. Is this a better angle or is it just different? Back to looking up for a second. Boromir bracelet from Lord of the Rings. Dun dun dun. You said Lord of the Rings. That was enough for me. 1 second. Boromir bracelet. Oh yeah. Oh, those are nice. That's not too difficult. Pretty straightforward. Kind of cool. A little bit of carving. I like them. Are you saying just make a whole Boromir outfit? Is that what you're saying? Fuck, that'd be good. I'm in. Boromir. I'm gonna do Boromir. I love Boromir. Time for a strong drink? Oh, well, I don't know about strong, but that's also a good idea. 1 second. Dodge my camera. Oh, think thin. And I'm back. I do keep forgetting to fix this table a little bit. I need to be able to sit under it properly. I can't. As it is, it's brutal. because it's got shelves underneath it. It's kind of weird. I'm interested in the Boromir plan, honestly. It's a good one. I'm gonna go over a bunch of characters and come up with one to do. I can get excited about it. It is a little tough though. It's like I want to produce videos where people can, like, you know, get pattern and make stuff, and so my own urge to just make cool stuff for me can get a little push to the side. Come on, let's go here. Later, Omar. Unless you were saying that to somebody else. Have a good one. It's got a little weird in here. I'm going to try and clean it up. Or destroy it. One of the two. Center. Not really. Center-ish. Better. How often do you actually destroy stuff? Me? How often do I destroy stuff? Not very often. What was the last thing I destroyed? These gauntlets don't count. I cut out a set with, I had... The holes on the edge were just way too close to the edge. So I cut out a left-handed gauntlet with the holes all way too close, so then I redid the pattern and did it, so... It's kind of part of the process for that kind of stuff, but just right from scratch destroying something? Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that camera moving? I'm like... Feels like it might be moving a little bit. I'm going to tighten it a little bit. Little sharp angle. Totally not necessary, but I do like how it just gets a little more depth. Makes it a little cleaner, you know? Might be a waste of time, but I like it. Right. What, has anyone ever worked with copper plate for corners of leather bags? I got the plate, but I'm worried about mangling it or it being too sharp edges. Copper's so soft. Like I don't know. I think that I wouldn't just do it. I wouldn't worry about it. It's soft though. It's really soft. That's all. My only worry would be it's really soft. All right, here we go again. Doing this one kind of worries me about the other one because it's got so many lines on the other one. I could cheat though. There's a little thing I do sometimes to cheat the bevels, but I don't know. Got all the main lines done? Almost. Right here. Just up you saying, man, I wish I had half as consistent bevels as that. A couple things. Like I was saying before, this is pretty dry right now. It's not dry, but it's like, people are like, oh, you have to wet your leather to carve it. 100% true, but a lot of people wet it and they think the wet part is like the most important part. You could carve a dry piece of Vegetan. It'll suck, but like you can still like fudge it. So just make sure it's not too wet. I find that when it's too wet, everything like your lines collapse, like your lines get all fucking weird, or your bevels become inconsistent, and just lots of little taps. That's my tap sound. You can use that if you want. If you ever want to use that in conversation with somebody, say Magnus made it up. Many little taps. And then the old, like I was talking about before, the old, take your beveler, put it in your edge, and work it along. And then to get rid of the extra line, like you'll like see that there's like a line when you come up. I don't know, it's hard to describe. You just kind of rub it out so it rounds it more, rounds the bevel more. Oh, what's that? What's going on here? What's that craziness? Is that just me failing? I wonder if I can fix that. A little better. Anyways. I am using I wouldn't call it small, I'd call it a medium bevel. I get them from Amazon or Tandy. Most of my videos, including maybe this one, have links to carving tools. Almost all of them have links. Almost all of my videos have like, I usually break it into sections, and it depends on how lazy I'm feeling. So my default video description on all my videos has carving tools in a little section. I don't know if it's the same on the live stream. So if you find one of my videos that's recent that is not a live stream, it'll definitely have it. And I'm pretty sure it's got links to this beveler and this beveler. I should double check it, but it's been a while. But I have links to them off my website. So if you go to darkhorseworkshop.com and check the tools, I have curated a big list of Amazon tool links, and these are on there in the carving and stamping section. So yeah, there you go. If you want, I can give you like the numbers on the back of these. They are probably so old that it may not matter though. This says that this is, the medium one is a B203. This is probably 15 years old, so who knows what it is now. But it might be still a 203 something. And then this other little one is a B935 for the tiny, like, extra corner dig that I do. That is totally not necessary, but I do it anyways. Oh yeah, there's links off here? Okay, good. And on top of all that, I have tried a bigger beveler before. But the problem I find with the bigger bevelers is like they just get bigger everywhere. Like they scale them up. I would maybe somebody knows of a beveler type or a link to one that just makes it longer. You know? Like I don't need a giant bevel. I just want it to bevel more stuff. Like I could take a large beveler and then grind it down maybe. I don't know. Just so it's got like a longer edge. But then maybe it wouldn't bevel very even. So who knows? Anyways. Where are we on this thing? This has got to be almost done. This is taking forever. Right? We're down to just the head here. Great. I wonder if I can get that any higher. Probably. Does it matter? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm doing. Don't overthink it. Where's that little one? There it is. I have seen them before. The long bevels as eccentric. Okay, cool. Makes one and sell it. I don't want to sell bevelers. You're crazy. Maybe you should talk to one of those tool makers about a Dark Horse tool line. That's a good idea. Tufts, I definitely do use beeswax on my punches. But I'm also sometimes I'm a little worried about it. I'm not that worried about it. But a little worried that the beeswax is going to like resist dye when I go to dye stuff. If I'm doing, yeah, that's it. It's only worry, but I'm sure it's unfounded, honestly. But I always have that in my back of my head that I'm gonna have some weird light colored areas because I've punched with a waxed tip. But all this was done with, well, most of this was done with waxed tip. Honestly, because I'm shooting the video for this as well, this Gauntlet video, I did a bunch of it where I used my punch, and then I sewed the rest of it. I sewed the rest of the holes on my sewing machine. It's a video, doesn't matter. Nobody will see that. You guys know the secret. Don't fucking tell anybody. Please. It's okay, you can tell people. In fact, when you see the video, just say all those holes, you should comment, try and remember, and comment, all those holes were done on a sewing machine. Pick a fight. Just pick a fight with everybody. Or just pick a fight with me. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. Almost done this one. I'm so like not really looking forward to the other one, honestly. Oh, eccentric, yeah, you'll be able to tell probably. But the thing is, what's gonna happen is Little movie magic for you. I am going to hand stitch through the holes that I punched with a chisel. And I'm not going to film the whole process of stitching it all together. Nobody wants to watch that. So I'll do like what I usually do is I do a little bit of the beginning of the stitching, a little bit of the end, and some of the important parts. So overall, in some stitching that should take somebody a long time to put together, there'll probably be 30 seconds of stitching. And then on the final shot of the gauntlets, they will be zoomed back. Nobody will be able to tell. Nobody will tell. It'll be beautiful. It'll be beautiful. All right, back to this freaking thing. Though I've also had the idea of, it's dumb now that I've stitched the holes, of stitching with my sewing machine through the holes that I've already punched with my sewing machine in order to speed up the completion process. And then when you're looking at the pieces in a just like a what's the word your final shot, like your cool product shot, you might be able to tell. Depends on how thick the thread is I'm using for hand stitching. Yeah, so there's that. Because it'll save me a ton of time. There's really no reason for me to hand stitch everything other than to just be awesome. I don't need to be awesome. But that's a lot of hand stitching when I should be doing other stuff, right? I should be editing video. I should be making a new video. I've got a bunch of new videos in my head, but I'm spending way too much time screwing around. So I almost thought briefly of just making one gauntlet, but I've made this mistake before. I have one greave. I thought about making one gauntlet and then just taking a photo on it, like a smartly done photo where I just reverse it and make it a pair, which I can do. I have the Photoshop skills to do that, and nobody would be able to tell. But I'm gonna sell these gauntlets. I'm not gonna make one. I'll sell them. I'm using my little beveler for all of this. It's got a sharper angle, and I'm more comfortable in these tight little curves and stuff with it. Curves especially, for sure. Back to me. I think that's done, that piece. It's actually not back to me. Whoa, that's all weird now. Yeah. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. It's decent. Passable. Passable. What time is it? 4:41. I started at what, 3? Yeah. Holy crap. That's a lot of stuff. I'm reading a few things. I have a Dremel polishing tool set. I can try that. Yeah, I've even got a video on how to mirror polish your round punches with your drill. Just drill, sandpaper, then rouge. I was using chisels on this, and it's pretty thick leather, so wasn't really a fan of the chisels. I would probably just rather use like a 000 round punch. Probably faster. I spent way too much time pulling my chisels out. I've polished them. They're not polished great. I need to like go back over them again. But like a round punch, you go through and out pretty quick, so it's probably the best way to go about that. Yeah, just putting it in the drill, your fucking drive punch, and putting it on sandpaper. So that's really good. Funny thing, I have two people now who ask me how much something would cost, and then get surprised when it's over $5, and I have to give them a link to some mass production site. Arrow quiver and an axe protector. For you to make it, you mean, eccentric? Quieting down a little bit. Look at all those green names, though. Look at all the green names. If you're in chat and anything I've said was useful, or at least worth $1.99, become a member for a month. Big things can happen to members. It doesn't really make any sense. Just throwing it out there. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to dye it carefully, just all the inside. Because it's being waxed, I'm not putting a resist on it. I might antique it, like usually, or I might paint it. Usually I end up painting it because it's going in the wax. If you put a resist on something that's carved and it's going in the wax, it'll just fuck it up. Because the wax gets in everywhere. It'll find every single cut, any little missed part of a resist, the back, the sides. So it'll just fuck it up. So usually I paint it, and that's actually change of plans, going backwards. For a while I was painting the insides and then trying to figure out a way to get the antique to work out. Last time I just dyed the whole freaking thing and then painted the serpent. But then I just leave the little cracks so that there's it's like some dark brown and then some highlights. That's what I did on my shoulders. The shoulders are going in the mail today or tomorrow. I'll show you the shoulders. One sec. Like, I finally started selling my stuff because I usually don't sell it. It just sits on the shelf over here. But that's not what I want. Is this big enough? Let's zoom this out a bit. Zoom out, buddy. Oh, that's really bright. Will it be fine? A little bright. So, because this is waxed, and because of what I was talking about with the antique issue, I just paint these, but I leave my edges so that it separates all the lines nicely. And there's a bit of the dye that's kind of blended into it, which is nice. So, but I finally sold these. I'm kind of sad to see them go. They're pretty epic. Pretty epic. Anyways. So we've got that serpent done. Ugh, I'm looking at this this knotwork for the wrist. Ugh. I have to do 2 of them. Not excited. Not excited. That is a lot of fucking around, don't you think? Damn. Oh, thanks, Christine. Appreciate it. Look at that. Another green name. One of us. I'm going to wet this piece and then I'm just going to dive into it here. I just got to get done. What's the date today? 24th? Yeah. 24th. 7/28. Tuesday. I could at least do one of these today. That would be good. And then I could come to work tomorrow and turn the wax on and then carve the other one and maybe put it on a heater to hopefully dry it in time. And then hopefully not screw it up. Excessive water. Perfect. Tape down your tracing paper. Best advice, I use printer paper and printer's tape. Trace down your printer paper and printer's tape. Oh, I'm less concerned about the I should try that anyways. I am less concerned about the tracing and more concerned about all the beveling. Lots of beveling. So what are you taping it to? Taping it to your granite? Like just like taping it over the piece? That's not a bad idea. I like that. Can't do it with this because it's cut out. I don't think, unless you have a better idea. Or a different idea, I should say. Not a better idea than what I think you're talking about. Dry that off. There we go. What is that, 9 members today? Love it. Love it. Either cutting mat or to the back of the leather. So my tracing film needs to be not cut as tinily to size as it is what you're saying. Because it's so tiny, it would be better if it was bigger, and then it could be taped, flipped under and taped. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a good idea. Can't do it with this one, but next time. Next time. What the hell, Tufts? Did you win something on the scratchy win? What's going on? Thanks, appreciate it. Much love, thank you. Look at that. Now we're up to like 13? Is that what it is? 5, 6, 7, 5, I think 13. 13 memberships. I could tape it to paper and then tape it to the piece. It's true. I'm just gonna wing it. That's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do that next time. You can yell at me when I don't. We still got 37 concurrent viewers. It's 10 to 5. This is going along nice. I love it. Oh, well, that's funny that what I said was kind of true. You kind of won the mutual fund lottery. Nice. That's sweet. Thanks. Appreciate you sharing. Do you do your stamping over a table leg so it minimizes the loss of power to flexing of the table? In theory, I would if it mattered. My bench is ridiculous. So I have a 4x8 tank of a table. So this edge is, and this didn't, it's all the same. But before I had this, for sure, 100% over table leg all the time. Usually I print out my pattern and cut after it and then tape it to the back. Makes sense? That's a good idea. What can I say? It's a good idea. I've already got it printed out. I don't want to think about it. It's not like I haven't done this before. I'll be able to do this. It's just a little bit of a pain in the ass. Once the beveling starts is when the crying starts. I could cheat the beveling and just do my stylus beveling that I do. I don't know if I'll do that. I'll probably try it just to see how it looks. But we'll see. Well, thanks for stopping in, Trust. Have a good night. And I can't wait to see some pictures of your bow limb quiver on the Discord, which is where you can also see pictures of Trust's bow limb quiver on the Discord if you are a channel member or a Patreon. Patreon? A patron? A patron. Or you are a Patreon. This has been a really successful little stream, folks. I'm super excited. One second, I'm just trying to... What's going on here? Now it's being annoying. Oh, that didn't work. Why is that not working? There we go. There. Chris says, I've been watching for a decent starter kit for leatherwork. They're never in stock except for the cheap mass-made kits. That would be an interesting product for me to pitch to somebody. Something super, like sponsored that I could plug. I get a little kickback. Could be good as I wait for this this wrist piece to dry and people start to leave en masse. Well, not really. We have 38 people in the stream. That's not really leaving en masse. That's great. Lots of people. Take another use my words. Take a second to like the stream because you like it. Click. I put my cat bag in the Discord own creation section. Sweet. I'll take a look. If I haven't taken a look. I thought did I already see that? I'll have to take a look here. Damascus carving tools. Ooh, nice. Yeah, Chris, whenever I'm looking for stuff like that on my Amazon links, I usually I'm like, what's the highest rated, most sold sold one? So I should try and find some other ones if that one's not in stock all the time. I also should remember to move my camera near my monitor, because this seems a little weird. Look, is there a way for people to send me stuff? Sure. You can send me stuff if you are wanting to. You can email me info@darkhorseworkshop.com and I can send you an address. Easy enough. Tuff says, I found some Japanese ones, but they are insanely expensive as far as leathercraft kits go. Japanese know what they're doing, though. I'm currently looking for a set of tools that's awesome. I should go into more detail, but I want some really nice, like a bunch of the stuff that I don't use. I want really nice versions of the half round and like specifically like a French skiver and like some really cool and bevelers. I want some new bevelers, even though the Odin ones are good, but they're not that great. I want some like super deluxe stuff. So I've been poking around occasionally. I usually forget. I'll like poke, and then a couple of weeks later I poke again, trying to find somebody to be like, hey, send me your tools. I'll like plug them all the time, but haven't found anyone yet. Eccentric says just make sure it's a business address. I could send it to the shop. I'm not a bigot, so I'm not really worried about sending my address out. In fact, I think my address legally has to be on my website, and I just put my home address, which is a little silly, but I'm not that worried. Now I'm worried. Thanks a lot. Isn't that Wuta stuff the same as the Odin? I always thought they were like the same kind of knockoff stuff. I'd like to get some nice North American, or like European, not Chinese made leathercraft tools that I don't mind either spending a bunch of money on or, getting a bit of a sponsorship would be nice. Come on. Let's. I'm gonna start trying to trace this. You guys can laugh at me. I am gonna try and tape it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Where is the center? I could tape it there. Oh God, my arm. My deluxe taping tool. I'm just gonna do that. That's my plan. My deluxe plan. Why did I draw it like this? It's ridiculous. Can't crank out cat armor. Nice. I could do cat armor. I have cats. And then just get a little He-Man figure and strap it to the kitty. Ooh. Ooh. Cat armor, He-Man. I think the wife would murder me. No, you can't put armor on the kitties. But I wanna. Oh, that's gonna be a weird line. Whoops. Oh well. It happens. What's going on? Boop. Taping idea. Best plan in the world. Thank you. Eccentric. I appreciate it. I'm usually just like, I just tough it out, but this has been a lot easier. It's not like I have that many problems with it usually, but you are focused a lot when it's not taped. It's like constantly pinning it and worried about it moving. What the hell? Magic. Back to the reading. Yeah, they can't enjoy that armor at all, for sure. Especially cats, for sure, freak the fuck out. Dogs will be fine. Yeah, tape works great. Tape looks great. I need to go pee. So I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. What should I do? I'm just gonna leave this like this. I'll be not even a couple minutes here. Don't go anywhere. We only lost one person while I was peeing? That's amazing, I must say. How balanced is that? Actually, it's a lot more balanced than I thought it was going to be. That's no garbage. Do a little reading. What were you guys up to? I'm really curious to see if there is a difference between the right and the left side, because should be a bit more steady with the tape. Reading. Need more rum. Why is the rum gone? Alright. This is still a little too wet for me to want to cut it. Have a good night, Eccentric. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. While we wait for this to dry, we are on a record-setting pace. Thanks to Tufts, really, for memberships. If you missed my spiel, it's $1.99 to become a member of this channel. To help show your support, get emojis, access to the Discord, a green name. Some people say the green name is the highlight of that package. I'm not sure. That's up to you. And or if you don't like memberships, you can help support the channel through super chats, super stickers, or gifting other people memberships with, like, as you cackle away in the background. Yeah, that's the spiel. So far, that's been pretty good. Look at all those emojis. Fuck, they're crazy. I love how there's a McEwen emoji and there's been no McEwen sighting. There hasn't been a McEwen sighting, has there? Disappointed, McEwen. Disappointed, to say the least. This has been my favorite stream in a while, though. It's pretty chatty. It's good. Anybody seen Ant-Man yet? Because I'm hoping that can finally get me out of my little bit of a Marvel funk. Black Panther was decent, but haven't been many ones I liked lately. Let's go, Ant-Man. I'm gonna sip my drink. Oh, I should check my phone to see if anybody's trying to get hold of me. I had it muted. Oh, somebody bought something. A Spurrin pattern. Spurrin. Oh, and the Diesel Punk cat bag. I gotta check that out. What? That's great. I love that. Look, that looks really good. Very cool. Oh, what's this? All right. All right, I've done my spiel. This, man, it's gonna be a lot of carving. Oh, why did I put so many lines on it? Why? It's still a little wet, but I don't think it's wet enough to not cut it. Also means I have to switch my camera back to the other side. Just cause. Just in case somebody new has popped in. It is possible, you know? So we're going to put it back on the other side, and then we're going to do the same thing over again, where I cut some lines, bevel some lines, and you guys hang out and chat. Maybe you're building something. Maybe you're doing something exciting. Or not exciting, I don't know. Making dinner. Making dinner can be exciting, by the way. Depends on the dinner. This does make me think I need another camera. Wait a second, that's a camera. No, don't think about that. I don't need that. I do have another camera. I could turn my TikTok on right now if I wanted to. Prop my phone up. People would be super confused. Let's see. How's this going? How's it going? That is not. That's pretty good. Beauty. All right. Move a couple of things. Nothing to see here. Bam, bam. What the hell? On. There we go. Lovely. That should be... That light's... See, this is where... I wish these lights could just instantly swap. I've got a light here and a light here. Obviously, this one should be brighter for this side, and that one should be darker. Or I could just set lights up properly and evenly. You know, really, it's just an even thing, isn't it? It's just, I don't know how to evenly light something. But just... do my hand shot repeatedly? Okay, got it. Close enough. Just got asked to make a cat of 9 tails whip. Sounds like a fun project. Nobody cares about my Ant-Man question? Country boy trapped in the city says, I've been getting into making men's wallets lately. Did a simple one, a more complicated one, and now I'm working on a deluxe one. Never make any money with how long it takes me, but it's fun. Well, it's tough. It is tough because if you're hand stitching everything, then you really got to focus your sales pitch on the fact that it is a hand stitched custom wallet, and then you increase the price because your wallet should be more expensive than a sewing machine done wallet. It should be, as long as the quality is good. There's something people like about that kind of stuff. So don't sell yourself short. You can always lower your prices. So that's how I look at that kind of stuff. Thomas says, I love Ant-Man. Good. I love Ant-Man too. Michael says, I heard through the grapevine that Ant-Man was good, if that helps. That does help. I would probably see it no matter what, but that does help. All right. We got some lines on here. Let's cut some lines. That came out wrong. Let's use my swivel knife on some stuff. There we go. A little polish. These are going to go way faster than, how is it? That's fine. Than the beveling. Do you guys hear those lights at all? Probably not. Because this light over here has a fan that's pretty, for me it's loud. I can hear it, and that one does too. It feels like this one's louder. Got a little fan in it. haven't seen it to verify that. Well, what the hell? Am I even? Yes, I am. I don't even whiskey. I don't have a noise gate on. I don't. Well, wait. Maybe I left it on because I was playing with it the other day. But I don't think it's. Where the hell? Where are you? There you go. I don't think I left it on. Yeah, I didn't. There's no noise gate. It's just quiet. Country boy trapped in the big city. $10 an hour isn't very good money. He sold the simple wallet he did for $60 for that exact reason. Like he bumped up the price. I still think he says it's all hand stitch and custom. It was my first one, so it took like 6 hours. Sure. First one took 6 hours. Second one won't take 6 hours. Especially if you're using the let's say you patterned out this custom wallet specifically for somebody and it took you 2 hours to pattern out the wallet. Well, now you've got the wallet pattern, so you're already bumping up as far as how much money you make off of it. But people will spend a lot of money on stuff. People don't. A lot of us just aren't in the income bracket where we believe that people will spend $150 on a wallet. You just need the right marketing, the right angle on it, People will. That's easier said than done, 100%. I'm not saying, just magically sell it for $150. But there is something to be said about somebody selling a wallet for $150. Why is this $150? Well, because it's amazing. It's handcrafted, one of a kind, custom, all that kind of stuff. Not to say that it's easy and to throw everything in the garbage as far as what you know about how to sell stuff. Just be aware. People will buy stuff. They will. Granted, you will 100% make more money with a sewing machine and more mass-produced wallets because just more of us. There's more of us willing to spend that money. Not as fun though. Definitely not as fun. I'm just randomly doing these lines. I don't even have any rhyme or reason here. Oh, just popped my shoulder really nicely. Oh, I just got to make sure it's back and down, and then everything's fine. A little funky, but otherwise good. Am I totally off the screen? I'm just blocking myself out. Nice. Good job. There we go. Stupid shoulder. Whew. I haven't really been paying attention. What time is it? 5:30. All right. Well, I don't know if I'm going to finish this right now. Well, not right now. Tonight. Titanium mail sucks. Just because I've worked on it. I did titanium nets for 7th Son. That was not fun. Not fun at all. Because I was not used to working with titanium and my hands were just killing me. And then they didn't even use them. They were like getting like lighter nets so the actress could deal with it, not cry about it, but they cried anyways. Didn't like the titanium. Well, that's a weird line. What's going on here? Oh, suddenly my shoulder is going crazy. They should have made rubber nets is what they should have done. I think I don't know what the reason for. I don't know why they didn't use aluminum. I'm worried about it breaking. I don't know. I know for SCA stuff, aluminum just fucking disintegrates. But it didn't make a ton of sense to me. Yeah, it would have been cheaper just on the rings, and then on the time to make them would have been a breeze. They're aluminum, but I don't know exactly what the scene was that they were planning on using them with. But I think what ended up happening is they used the titanium nets, and they're like, it still scratches her because they're butted, so she didn't want it, and that was that. Fucking shoulder. So silly. I missed this. I missed it. Oh, yeah, there you go. I was about to say, Yonelith, are you still here? And there you are. Nice. Psychic powers activate. I was thinking of breaking my Black Orcs out for a quick little look-see. Whoops, a little bit of a wobble there. Is that everything? That went pretty quick. Looks pretty good. Not very even with its wetness. Oh, my shoulder. I tore my labrum in, well, a while ago. I don't know when it actually happened, but I got it repaired in 2015? 14? 2014. And then I haven't taken care of it. I've been trying to rehab it, but it's just not fun. So it clicks a lot, and it'll just shift on me suddenly because it's super weak. I'm going to take a little intermission break and show you guys my Black Orcs. Yonelith wanted to see my Black Orcs, so I'm just going to show them because I can. It's my stream, and I'll do what I want to. We'll see it plummet to nobody or whatever. So we're here. I thought. Where are you guys? Oh, they're not very well taken care of right now, but it's okay. Maybe over here, bud. This is the one I'm currently working on. I know, total random change of pace, but whatever. One of the guys I'm currently working on. Pretty cool. And then I've got, I'll just show these the easy way. Lay them all out. Boom. Let's do a little of this action. Random change of pace here. It's Black Orc time. Oh, it's a tilty looking thing. You know, these could be even closer. If you don't like Black Orcs, I don't know what to tell you. It's Black Orc time. Pretty cool. He's one of my favorite ones. And that's the big guy again. And then I've got, this is the first one I did after not painting for 20 years. He looks alright. And then I got these three random dudes. They're all looking pretty good. I want to do some Space Wolves or some, that Raven 40k group. They're looking good. They're looking good for coming back to painting after so... Oh, and I got this little guy. Yeah. Metallics, I'm going to totally put some metallic, like, chipping at the armor and stuff. That is part of my plan. But I'm still very new to coming back to painting, so we'll see how it goes. Ugh. What are we at? We got 38 people still? Jimmy, give me a break. Thanks, Johnny. Johnny Drive-By says, I love your workshop. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night, Wook. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Yeah, getting older definitely sucks. Yeah, no, nothing else I could say on that. It definitely sucks. I've been trying to fix my shoulder for a while. It does most of the stuff that I want to do successfully. It doesn't do the sword fighting stuff at all. So I fight left-handed. We've got 13 new members today. Mainly thanks to Tufts, but whatever. That's pretty awesome. 13 new members. Take a second, like the video. Don't feel peer pressured into it. Just like it because you like the video. You know, people forget. People forget to like the video. I forget all the time. You know, it is what it is. So this is drying. Oh my god. Am I gonna do the cheaty cheaterson? I think I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about with my cheating beveling. Where's my where is it? I probably won't end up doing this because I'll feel bad about it. But I can at least entertain the idea. Where can you buy whole hides? Michael, you can buy whole hides. Depends where you're from. Like, if you're from my area and you want to shop in store in Vancouver, Canada, there is Tandy Leather in Delta. There is Lonsdale Leather in Vancouver. There's LaBelle's, which is a business supply place only. And a couple other small places. There's a Hand and Sew, I think, in New West. That sucks, Yanolith. It's a lot of leg issues. All right. This is my cheater. I'm gonna get a different angle on this camera. Actually, now that I forgot I dropped it down. I'm gonna go pretty high on it. Sorry for the wobbliness. That's kind of dumb. I should have changed the camera first. All right. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. There we go. Okay. I have in the past used a stylus to cheat my bevels if I'm feeling super lazy. What does that mean? That means this kind of stuff where you're getting your stylus into the groove and beveling it like that way, right? So, without going insane, you can give this some depth in very little time and possibly screw some stuff up, but little bevels. You know what I'm saying? That's the cheaty way. It can get a little weird, like you can skip over parts kind of awkwardly if you're not careful. And you know, like when you get into the tight spots, you're gonna have to break out a beveler. But if you're feeling super lazy, and obviously it's not gonna give it as much depth as beveling, like properly. Like if let's just grab this. Camera's on the wrong side, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do something real quick here. Ignore the terrible angle. I'm just gonna do a bevel, proper bevel on one of them. Just to like look at the difference, you know? I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference on camera, but like this is the proper one. Like me looking at it, definitely obviously better. Obviously better. But yeah, you can cheat if you want. Alright, I'm going to switch the camera again, because I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to bevel this whole thing. Oh my god. I want to bevel it before I go. Before we're done today, I'm beveling this. Which is ridiculous, but whatever. Please, I should have done the... Sorry for making everybody sick with the camera. Let's do this real quick. Boink. I need a camera operator is what I need. Turn for me. Turn for me. Excellent. Very good. I do have 3 cameras in here. I guess I could get rid of the top camera and just have one on each side and switch back and forth. But no. This is not aimed properly. Oh, now it is. Oops. There we go. Let's see what people have had. Why is this not focusing? Focus on me. Is it, oh, it's probably... Whatever. Doesn't matter. Hey, Michael, there's Tandy Leathers. I'm sure somebody will reply to this before I actually get the message through to you. Everywhere. They're all over North America. Why is this not focusing on me? Now I'm curious. Function. Focus area. I didn't realize that was set to center focus the whole time, which means that if I leaned away, it was focusing on the shield. Dark Horse Workshop, if you pay me in beer, I'll drive out from Maple Ridge and be your camera operator. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not saying no. Oh yeah. Boop, boop, boop. My hand's just in the way the whole time, isn't it? Yeah. Here we go again. Ugh. Juliana, I am working on 8-ounce leather. And this message is going to get to you slower than anybody else. Probably already answered. Smooth. Smooth Beverly. With awkward lighting. Still. Better. Better. We're down to 30. The slow slide to nothing. So sad. This is forever. Takes forever. Oh, whoops. Bound to happen sometime. Bang the camera. You need a whole camera and lighting crew, Magnus. This is true. I am lighting crew, cameraman, actor, set deck, writer, director, cinematographer. I don't know what else. Props, costumes. PA, I'm also a PA. I have lots of O'Keeffe's working hands, and I have lots of other stuff that's medicated for my hands. And I'm seeing a dermatologist at the end of March. And I've got cortisone cream for my hands. I have a lot of stuff. I am equipped. But it has not gotten... This is the best they've looked in the last few days, though. So that's good. Like, amazingly. I think there's a chance I'm allergic to leather, which would be hilarious. Oh yeah, need a grip. I'm a grip. Yeah. Oh no, it's all good, you honest. I've been working on these hands for a while. It sucks. They split and explode all the time. Like, I'd show them off, but I don't know if anybody wants to see the close-ups. I'm trying to fix them. It's tough. You know, this is going faster than I thought. I think part of it is that there are a lot of little spots. So I'm not really like doing one long line. So it's kind of like flying along pretty good. Makeup, I do need makeup and hair. Well, hair is pretty good. Yeah, Abraham, I'm not sure. Like, I've been working with leather for a long time, and I might be 4 years now, or 3 years at least. My hands have gone to shit, like, and they never had an issue like that before, ever. Though I've stopped biting my nails. They used to look even worse. Like last year, I think probably 6 months ago, I stopped biting my nails. I've bit my nails my entire life. Always bit my nails. Just bad habits, and I literally, the only reason I stopped biting my nails is because I had to watch videos of my nails on YouTube, and people like talking about it all the time. I was like, okay, I think I'm done with the nail biting, and it was easy to stop. It's very weird how easy it was to stop once I just like, okay, I need to stop biting my nails. This is fucking stupid. This is ridiculous. But the nail biting isn't the issue. It's the cracking skin and exploding fingers. I've started wearing gloves to bed with cream in them and stuff. Just, I don't do it enough. I'm not consistent enough with it, but it is a thing that I do. I'll do it tonight for sure. I did it last night. I'm like so out of frame. Oh, it's not that bad. Oops. I am going to sip my beer. Sipping my beverage. You know, it says I bite my nails also, but I don't have hands like yours. But to be fair, my right hand is always swollen because of the injuries I've had. Life hack, says Chris. Do a couple weeks working with Surge. Amazing how fast you stop biting your nails. Ah! That's for sure. My nails have never looked better in 30 years. But my hands are a mess. And it usually, the worst of it is when I'm working with leather. I do get some issues when I'm weightlifting, and it screws that up because once they're all split, I can't go to the gym. Or fighting, a lot of the time they'll split and crack when I'm doing rattan fighting. So, yeah, good stuff. Super great. Thanks, world. Thanks, genetics, I guess. I don't know. This is coming along really quick. Happy, very happy. I think it's going to be like, oh, it's coming along really quick, but then it's going to feel like it's never ending. Like, oh, there's another line, another line, another line. Or I'll miss a line somewhere hidden in here. Oh, that's that weirdness. Oops. Time is it? Almost 6. Do you wear gloves when you use finishes on the leather? God knows what chemicals are in Resolene or tan coat, says Country Boy Trapped in the City. I do. Not all the time. More all the time now. But not always. And yeah, dyes though. Like you gotta wear gloves when like always dye unless a glove breaks. But I just don't feel like it's a chemical thing because I don't build a lot of stuff. I really don't. Like I'm mainly a YouTuber now, so like, I've been working on this stupid fucking gauntlet pattern. I mean, amazing gauntlet pattern for what seems like ever, but it's not like I'm working on the specific build of it for that long, right? Once it gets to the point, like this week has been the build week. everything else, you know, at home and screwing around with patterns and stuff. So. I've folded 3 loads of washing while washing. Yeah, I guess Giuseppe, I was thinking about maybe we could have something to do with latex, but like it's not. It's really very specific parts of my hands, like the grippiest parts. You know, like if I wear latex gloves, I don't really have an issue. I don't think like it's not like my whole hands go red or anything, but I could get that checked out. Might as well check, right? But I would think if I was allergic, I would like break out into rashes, everything. It's not really a rash. It just creeps up on me. Like suddenly I've got really dry skin. And then suddenly I'm crying about my hands. Ooh, hand getting into the screen. I'm also using the littlest beveler on this one because I felt like I wanted really tiny bevels on the angle, you know? I don't know if that's necessary, but it's moving along. Little. Woo! Little break. Little break. I don't really have any times where I need like gloves for a super long period of time. Throw them on, put on some dye, throw them on, put on some finish. Pretty straightforward. But if I'm working with just leather, cutting out leather all day, and I'm not like focused on it, my fingers will dry out and split open. I got one on my thumb right now, but I don't need to show you guys my splits. But you know, imagine a split thumb. It sucks. It sucks. Oh, we're under 30. 28 concurrent viewers. I don't know what to say. The average view duration of this stream has been 9 minutes and 19 seconds. So there is the core that's here. The core that's talking. Look at all those green names. It's amazing. Who's the... Geist88 sitting here watching you carve leather as I draw out a design to carve in a talharpa I'm building. What is a talharpa? I don't even know what that is. Sorry, I missed your comment. Don't know. I could Google it though, couldn't I? I'm gonna tap away. I'm not gonna change this screen right now. I'll change it in a second. Getting there. I feel like I'm taking more breaks though. I already want to stop again. That's true, you will. You'll talk away. Yonalis says, you know we'll talk away regardless. Very true, very true. Yeah, it's back up to 30. It's back up to 30 concurrent viewers. Excellent. Whoop. Boink, boink. It's looking good. Getting close. This will probably be the finish on the stream when I finish this. Go have some dinner. Think about tomorrow. Good. Sneak in here. Juliana, yes, the names are green. It's the first time in the history of this channel that anybody ever replied with, oh, cool, to the green names. But yes, it's $1.99 to become a channel member. You get access to the Discord server, where you can chat with some of these lovely people about various things, mainly about leathercraft and stuff like that. And you get some emojis, and you know, you get help. You get to help support the channel. That's really what it is. What do we got? 13 new members today. 10 of those Tufts gifted. So if you're like, I don't want to be a member, but I want to gift people memberships, you can do that. Or you can be do a super chat or super sticker, for which will do a little donation. Look at all the little cool emojis. You got the drinking horn. You got some knot work. I like that knot work, if you do it in a row, it all blends together. Is that, or was it on only on the Discord? I think it works here too. That they link together, kind of. They kind of link together. There's always like a little gap, probably. But yeah, that's the spiel. Become one of us for green name goodness. feel like I'm a step away from being a bad tattoo artist with this kind of stuff. I could just be I could do tattoos like that. Yeah, exactly. $1. Look at that. See? Thank you, Juliana. Juliana didn't even know. Juliana was like, what the hell's with the green names? We said what was with the green names, and Juliana threw down for the membership. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And this was the last week where I will say I need to set up my Discord, not my Discord, my chat bot, to be able to initiate some cool effects. Get it a little Twitch-like, not too much. A little Twitch-like, maybe a little name flashes off in the corner. Juliana just became a supporter, you know, on the screen. That'll be a chef's kiss, as they say. But I haven't done it yet. So I also need to get my intro and outro back. I took my... I upgraded my shop computer by taking my... by buying a new computer for home and moving my home computer here. So I kind of lost some of my stuff. It's at home. I moved hard drives around. I'll figure it out eventually. What was I saying? I don't know. Anyways, I'm still freaking beveling the hell out of this thing. The great beveling experience of 2023. Getting close though. Oh, my hand's right in the way, obviously. I'm bringing this down. Enough of this. Enough of this hand problem. No, I'll just have a different hand problem, honestly. This is going to fix nothing. Now it'll just be really focused. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Zoink. Fuck, so much work. So much work. What the hell? You're vibrating? Get out of here. Wonder how long that's been going for. What the hell? Geist88 with this new supporter. Thank you very much. Appreciate you as well. Oh, look at that. We're up to 15 new members. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm going in for the zoom, though, on this now, like I was before, just to make it different, you know? Occasionally, thing is, whoops, this is where people get sick from me moving the camera around. All right. Oh, yes, it's going to be good. This is going to be deluxe beveling. Deluxe. Or just garbage. One of the two. Ooh, super nice right here. Right here. Let's switch something. Look at that. It's like the Rockies. That made partial sense. Partial sense. I want to break it a little brighter. Boom. Okay. It's funny. Now I'm looking for the spot I just found that I was like, oh, I missed a spot. Oh, there it is. Right here. Now you get to see the close-up of the fingers of death. Some of them are looking better than they have in the past, but they're still pretty bad. And we get in here and do a little touch up on this. Nice. Oh, a telharpa is a Viking-era bowed instrument that looks like a long wooden shoebox and sounds like a gritty violin. I'm totally on board with that. I'm in. I want one. I want one. Then I can play it on stream. Is that the plan? Let's do a little of this action. Flatten up. Yeah. Flatten up, you filthy animal. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Where's the focus? Close enough, right? Here we go. Dark Horse Workshop, I wish I could heal you so you don't have to deal with your messed up skin. I hear you. I appreciate it. I'm happy that you wish that you could magic it away. Is what it is. It sucks. But could be worse. At least I got both my hands still, you know. My problems are minor. Minor issues. Let's get into that line there. Blink. Well, we're still hovering at 28. Damn, that's great. Solid stream, folks. Solid stream. I appreciate everybody for coming out and hanging out. Love it. So close. See, this is what I was saying. Remember, I was like, oh, it seems like it's going really fast. But then when I get down to almost the end, it's going to be like, why is it not going as fast as I thought it was? All these little bits. Who's watching The Last of Us? Anyone? Anyone Last of Us fans? I didn't play the game because I'm a PC only gamer, and supposedly The Last of Us is going to come out for PC soon, and I'm like, do I want to play it though? I want to just watch the show. What's going on here? Did I just like strangely cut this? I want to see what's happening. It's a little weird. Did I go over that twice? Or did I just miss the... You know what? I'm just going to bevel it and hope for the best. It looks weird to me. I may just end up making it worse, but... What is that freaking... There's something vibrating. I don't know if it's my beer or whatever. don't know if I made it better. I just made it different. Probably worse, honestly. Whatever. It'll be concealed amongst dye and wax. Country boy trapped in the city says, "I love the game, Agnes. You would too. Very immersive." I don't doubt it. I've played some of The Witcher 3. The problem with The Witcher 3 for me was, Chris was mentioning about The Witcher 3. I stopped playing it for like 2 weeks, and I came back and I was like, you know that Gandalf meme where it's like, I have no recollection. I have no recollection of this place. That was me. That was how I felt. It was like, oh, well, I don't know what's going on. Do I start over? I think I was just doing too many side quests. Am I even in the shot? No, I'm not. But that's okay. Now I am. Oh, let's do a little. We haven't accessed this camera in a bit. It's looking pretty good. Side quests are where it's at, just like real life. Since you like to antique, do you ever use textured bevelers? I do. I have used textured bevelers in the past. More often than not, what happens is that I forget that I have textured bevelers, and I just use my smooth ones, and then I get going, and yeah. I've got my two little smooth ones that I've had forever. I've got one medium beveler that's textured. I'd like to have another one of these tiny ones that I have. Let's see if this can even focus on this. Boop, 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 boop. Can you focus? Get there. I love this tiny one. If there's a textured one that's this tiny, I might do textured more. No. Let's rearrange this for a moment. Ooh, that is bright. It's looking all right. All right, where are we at here? Where are we at there, lad? I think we're almost getting to the end point here. Other than this craziness. What's this all frickin' fucked up? Maybe it's not as screwed up as I thought. So all this is done. All done up to this little end here where I gotta finish it off. What are we at? 29. I thought it would drop. I thought it would drop more than this. It's been a pretty good stream, guys. Appreciate all of you. You're bringing the average view duration up by just hanging out. that dark? See, now it's fucking too dark. Boink. This is a wobbly line, but I will survive. Giuseppe says, I got inspired to start designing some patterns, so working on them while listening. That's awesome. Good to hear. What is the focus on this frickin' thing? Is this even set to mid? See, now I'm not sure. Oh, it is. I'm just mumbling to myself. Ignore me. Ignore me, my friends. You know what? Turn that out of the way. Getting so close. So close. Home stretch. Last few lines, unless I've missed some in the middle somewhere. Which is totally possible. I have done that before. Just ignoring you guys for now as I push through. Sorry. Yeah, that's good. And for you guys that are fairly new to leather carving, you'll notice that I didn't re-wet this at all. Like, I wet it once, let it dry a bit, and then I went all the way through it without needing to re-wet it. So Whoops. I didn't case it at all. I just wet it. Juliana. I think I did it. I don't think there's anything I missed. Maybe that a little bit. Tiny little bit. I think that looks pretty good. Hey Max, are you digging the ASMR tap tap? I'm trying to find a way of making more views from the ASMR stuff because people like it. They do like it. Like Maxie comes in here and says ASMR at its finest. There's something to it. There's something to it. So I now need to dye these. Well, let it dry. Dye, paint, stitch, and then wax all that stuff. This has been a 3.5 hour stream. We've got 15 new members, 10 of which, thanks to Tufts. I don't know if anybody else out there is interested in becoming a $1.99 member. Last time I push it, time to end the stream. So, if you're not interested in being a member, make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. If you got something out of it. And, you know, subscribe. Check out all the cool content that I come up with. You've got to make YouTube shorts with leather tapping ASMR. I've started trying to do that kind of stuff. I'm just not sure how to... I think eventually one of them will just hit and it'll be good. But I did a bunch of... like I'm doing a lot of no talking stuff now, just tool sounds. All my videos get redone as no talking, so... yeah, GGK, good. I'll do some more of those. Because people like them. You know? People love that stuff. And I am a big ASMR fan myself, so I want to do more of that stuff. And thanks for all the new members. Thanks for watching. 3.5 hour stream. I got a lot of stuff done, amazingly enough, and I'm pretty happy with it, so. Hi, sweetheart. My wife has appeared just as the stream is ending. Glad everybody had a good time. Thanks for becoming a member there, Juliana, and a bunch of other people. I just Giuseppe, was it Giuseppe as well? Yeah, Giuseppe, and a bunch of other people. Jeez, it was crazy. Really, it was a really good stream. It certainly energizes me to stream again. I know I've been hit and miss lately with my streams, but this kind of stuff certainly energizes me to stream again. So I'll leave you there. I'm not very good at ending the stream. I need to get a new outro so I can just hit the button and walk away. But since I don't have one and I keep forgetting to do it every single week, I'm going to just hit stop streaming. Have a great weekend, everybody. And again, thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Mwah. Bye-bye. Oh, and keep on being creative in whatever it is you do.